Post lots of pictures. Hi, Lisa. Lisa says the project's adorable. Thank you. Hi, Winan. Kathy. Happy Friday, Kathy. Hi, Evanel. All right, awesome. Looks like you guys are getting in here. I'm going to put some stamps on blocks. So I'll start to show you some of the supplies, the Stampin' Up! Supplies that you'll need to make these treats. I found these awesome stackable Easter egg crayons. So it's got a pink and peach and green, or kind of a yellow, green, blue. Each one is its own unique crayon, and then they can be stacked in any order, like mix and match, and then the cap for that open side. Pretty cool. I used to love these when I was a kid, so I pick them up when I find them. These are from Amazon. There's a link already above the picture for Facebook, or for going live at noon on the Facebook page, and I'll include it on this post after we archive. Hey, Diane from Maine. Rhonda says those are so cute. Thank you. Winan says nice to see pastel colors. Right, I've really enjoyed working with them for this project, and then it kind of kicked off a couple of pastel cards. Maybe I'll show you at the end. All right, so to make this project, let me see, we're going to do this color combination because I did kind of 2 of each color combination. They come in a pack of a dozen, and I did them with all of the Subtles Designer Series paper collection and just mixed and matched my colors. All right, so we're featuring Stampin' Up! A Good Day from the 2018-2019 annual catalog. I'm going to use that little bird image, get him on a block. And then I got my Easter Blessings from Itty Bitty Greetings. This is a really great greeting stamp set. Uh-oh. Easter Blessings is missing. That's not even Cool Ranch. I don't even know where to begin to look for that one. Let's see. Ah, look at that. Somebody threw it in my toolbox. Easter Blessings right here. That's from Itty Bitty Greetings. Good thing it was in the toolbox, man. All right, Stampin' Pad, simple for this one, Memento Tuxedo Black. And then I'm going to color in with my Stampin' Blends. I've got a Balmy Blue Combo Pack and the Light Daffodil Delight. That's ink. We're using the 6x6 Designer Series paper, the Soft Subtles. You're going to need 2 pieces, and I've got one that is 1.5 by 6 inches, and one that is 2 by 4, and I just used both sides and let them kind of coordinate, show off both sides of the paper. Then I've got some cardstock, a pastel one. This one is the Blushing Bride, and that one is 1 3/4 by 6 1/4. And then you need some scraps. I've got just random scraps from my bag here. I like to use them up for craft fair stuff. This is So Saffron. I've got some Whisper White, a little bit more Blushing Bride, and a strip of Whisper White for the edge here. We're going to do that fun little scallop stitched edge. That comes from the Be Mine Stitched Framelits dies. You're going to need a few punches for this project. I've got the 1 1/4 and the 1 3/8 inch scallop. Now the 1 3/8 inch scallop was introduced with A Good Day as a coordinating product, and then the 1 1/4 inch circle nests inside of the scallop. I've got my classic label punch, and then let's see here. I had my Bitty Blooms punch pack. We're going to use this kind of daisy looking flower here, and then the flower center. There's 2 more flowers that go with this set. There's kind of a cloud looking flower, the one that's a little bit more defined but not as like spindly, I guess, as the daisy. So that's the Bitty Blooms punch pack. Dolores says she hasn't ordered her Itty Bitty Greetings yet. And she asked if I know if that's on the retirement list. Dolores, I I don't know if it's on the retirement list. It's in its first year, and it's really a versatile stamp set, so I'm hoping that it's not, but I don't know yet. We'll know Monday. You might know sooner when you get that catalog tomorrow. You'll know sooner than me. You're going to have to tell me. Send me a text. Let me know if it's in the new catalog. I love the Easter blessings on this one. The rest of the greetings are really awesome, too. Let me pull that back in for just a minute. You get a little something for every occasion. Hi, Sally. Thanks for joining me. All right, you guys, we're going to get started. And once again, if you want to share this video, please do. Your crafty friends might enjoy crafting with us. Oh, one other note. Carol says, I'm late, but here. Hi, Carol. You're not too late. We're just about to get started. So whenever I can, I try to use Stampin' Up! Products, and we have the great 2x8 cello bag. But because of how bulky this crayon is, I could not get this particular project to work with Stampin' Up's 2x8 cello bag. So I'm using this Clear Bags cello bag that's a little bit wider and just 1/16 of an inch longer. Sometimes I find that I need something that's just a bit longer. So this is the product that I use in those cases. It's 2 3/16, so not even 1/4 of an inch wider, but it makes a difference when you've got something as bulky as this particular crayon. Sally says, I find the cutest pens. Thank you, Sally. I have a problem. I think my love of paper started when I was a kid with office supplies and things like that. I always loved these little stackable crayons and pencils when I was a kid. So it's my childhood showing. All right, so let's get started with our stamping. I've got rubber stamps here, so we don't need a Stampin' Pierce mat, but we do need some scraps here. I'm going to take my little bird. I had a bigger scrap for my bird. Here it is. There's my bigger scrap for my bird. That one's got kind of fat feet, so we're going to stamp a new one. Memento Tuxedo Black, because we're coloring with the Stampin' Blends. We're going to get this little birdie. Ink and stamp. And then Easter Greetings, or Easter Blessings. Ink that one up. Now, I usually do this fine off camera, but as soon as I try to do it on camera, I make it really fat and blobby, and I don't know why. See, I'm looking through the phone and standing, and it makes it a little challenging for me. Let's see if we can do this. We're going to try again. Will you guys be okay if I just pull this closer to me for a minute? I know I'm out of camera, but I'm really much better with that very skinny little greeting if I get right up over it. All right. Hey, Gina. It's good to see you. Happy Friday, you guys. All right. So then we're going to set these aside for just a second. Let them dry for a minute before we color or punch. I don't want to smear the ink. And we're going to take that cardstock piece. Like I said, you can mix and match all the different colors in the subtle. All of them look good. I've got Blushing Bride and Balmy Blue for this one. And the other thing I already did ahead of time is for this is Craft Fair. I stamped the Stampin' Up! Copyright on the back, so I want to make sure that I keep that in the downward position. We don't need that floating up at the top upside down. All right, so I'm just adhering with, you can use snail, multi-purpose liquid, whatever you like. I'm going to adhere my Designer Series paper to my cardstock, centered all around. Centered all around is hard to find when you're looking through the phone too. All right, take two, centered all around. There we go, much better. Then what I did for securing my little pencil for this one is I took one of these really big craft glue dots. They're not super sticky, they're just kind of large and in charge. And I'm gonna peel that dude off and cut it in half. And I'm handling it a little bit too. It doesn't have to stick real mighty. We just want it to hold the pencil so it doesn't roll around in the bag. It's kind of a tight fit actually, but I found my pencil was just going kind of crooked, so this solved the problem. And against the shiny pencil, it should be pretty easy to remove. So I took half of a glue dot and put it on the orange one, then positioned my pencil. I found that to keep it going straight up and down and not crooked, it was easier for me to put one glue dot or half on the lower end of the pencil and then on the top end and secure it down. So it's good. And it's going to go into our little clear bag. Gina says, darling stuff, love the pastels. Right? Isn't it just so perfect for Easter and spring? All right, so there's our little treat all bagged up. We need to do a little bit of die cutting and get this simply scored in here. So let's do that. Well, we've got kind of a clear space. I got my Big Shot. It's all set up for die cutting. So let's do the scallopy edge. Carol loses stuff all the time. Carol, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Man. And I do it so often. Almost every live video. I just kind of shuffle things and then bury it. Can't find it. It's all right. You guys bear with me. And you still share the video with your friends. Thank you. Misty says, thank you. You're so creative. Thanks, Misty. All right. So here is that stitchy, scallopy edge. I love that thing. Let's get our little birdie. I'm going to color them in. I did really simple coloring. Hi, Barbara. Hello from Tucson, she says. Barbara, this is what we're making. No worries. If you're late, don't worry. I'll archive it right away on Facebook, and then I'll edit it lightly and put it on YouTube also. So there will be plenty of opportunities to watch it on the replay, catch anything you missed. All right, so I'm just coloring my bird. The top and bottom of the tail, top and bottom of the wing, and the body with the light balmy blue. I love this little image. It takes almost no time to color him. I'm going to do the darker shade of balmy blue on the center of the wing and the center of the tail. And then for blending, simple. I'm just going to go along the bottom edge of the tail and right underneath his wing across his belly. And then where those two shades come together, I'll just touch with the lighter shade of balmy blue. That's it. Nice and easy. He's so cute, isn't he? Barbara says, so cute. Thank you, Barbara. And then for his little beak and his feet, I've got the lighter shade of Daffodil Delight. That's it. He's all colored. I love craft fair projects that are all colored like that, in that amount of time. All right. So I'm going to give a little punch here. All right. Now, my nemesis, the Easter blessing stamp. I promise you, it is much easier to use than it looks like it is. I just have a very hard time doing it while standing up on the phone. All right. I put it too far to the edge, and so I don't have a full label, so we're going to stamp that dude again. There we go. Standing up, I come down on this skinny little stamp crooked. It's easier the closer I am to it, but that one looks pretty good. All right, now, since we're punching, let's grab this scallop. This is the 1 3/8 inch. We're gonna punch one of those. Grab the flower center from the Bitty Blooms Punch Pack. We're gonna punch a little flower center. And then I use this little daisy from the Bitty Blooms. We're going to punch one of those. This is Blushing Bride. Winnie Ann says, do you have more craft fairs to get ready for? Saturday is my last craft fair of the season, so tomorrow I'll be at Front High School. So if you're local, Front High School in Palatine, you can come and see me. I'll include the information for that in the post that I'm preparing for today. All right, so Easter blessings, we're going to punch it again to the right. This time we got a complete label. There it is. And then after that, I move into probably holiday crafting. I'm looking at one summer show. I just found one on Facebook that looks like it's going to be a indoor show in the summer. I just can't do outdoor stuff with the type of crafts that I do. Between the adhesive melting and then all the treats, they don't withstand the heat very well. So I usually take summer season off of craft fairs. I've thought about doing like our local farmers market and stuff, just really being careful, limited selection, but I haven't gotten that far yet. You gotta just craft so specifically for it. Okay, so I glued the center to the flower with a little multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm gonna glue my bird to my scallop. I'm using Stampin' Dimensionals. I cut them in half and spread them out. I like a lot of adhesive, but I like to do a lot of smaller pieces to support. And then we're gonna just center it in the scallop piece. And then we can put these aside for a second because we need the Simply Scored tool. So here's all of our little bits. Slide them to the side. Now this 2x4 piece, we're going to take that one in the Simply Scored. We're going to put it in on the 4-inch side. And then we're going to, thank you, we're going to score down, or I can throw it. We're going to score down at 2 inches to create that topper. Grab a bone folder. Winann, I don't know if you know, thank you. They, if you go to the blog, on the right-hand side, there's a categories. You can click on the blog, kitchentablestamper.com, and under categories, craft fairs, and it will sort all of my blog posts and anything that's tagged craft fairs. You can catch up on anything that you might have missed. So just a fun little place. Oh no, Carol says she's finding dimensional backings everywhere in the house. Let me tell you something, Carol. I broke my leg 7 weeks ago. If you follow, you know. And I do far less vacuuming with a broken leg than I used to do before the broken leg. So they are all over my house too. Oh goodness. You just can't get rid of them. Even if you are diligent, they flutter and float and stick with static cling. They're everywhere. Hi, Vicki. All right, so we're just adhering the designer series paper to that little stitched scallop that we die cut, trim the excess. Then I like to put just a little bit of adhesive across that scallopy edge. It just is like having an extra hand. It'll help hold it while we're closing off the package. Kathy says, how's my leg doing? Awesome, Kathy. So much better. I've turned a corner probably, I don't know, a week and a half ago. I turned a corner. All right, so I'm going to take my bag and I'm centering the bag between, oh, you know what? I kept telling you guys that this is 2 inches. It is not. It is 2 1/4 inches, and that'll be on the project sheet. This is 2 1/4 by 4. I have a mental block in my head. I even calculated all the paper, you know, cutting up all the paper as 2 inches and then had to recalculate. So look at the project sheet. It'll say 2 1/4. All right, so we're going to put the back of the card, the backer card, right up against the edge of the designer series paper and center the bag. Then close down the front, turn over. And what I like to do is staple it from the back to the front. So I'm going to bring in my stapler, staple right in the center so the smooth side, nobody can catch their fingers on it now. And the front, where the staple closes up, we'll take our little birdie medallion. And you can do a little tear-in tape here or a little fast fuse, I think is better. Do a strong adhesive or even liquid glue because you'll get a strong bond since you're going to cover the back of that staple. So you want kind of a strong adhesive right here. You're going to center it right to left about 1/4 inch down from the top and then burnish that. So now our staple is completely safe. Any little kids that pick this up to show mommy are not going to catch their finger on a staple. You know what I mean? All right, now our little Easter blessings dude. We'll take some Whisper White Baker's Twine. I didn't show you that at the beginning. Winann says, good tip with the stapler. Thank you. Lots of craft fair practice. I've realized that And sometimes it's just the little details too, that finish that gives is just nice, you know, makes your work stand out from somebody else's. All right, so I wrapped it twice, and I'm going to tie a little bow of this white baker's twine at the end here. And then I want to take this dude. Let me just cut it off the spool. Uh-oh. Will you kick them this way? I just dropped my scissors. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off the edge here. I'm going to bring these so that they come together, because I wrapped it twice. I want it nice and snug at the edge. And then I'm going to give my bow a little finesse. So I'm going to hold the tails down and the loops up. When you hold the knot and pull, you can make your bow a little smaller, a little tighter, give it some finesse, but it won't unravel on you as long as you hold the center. All right, I like that. It's about the right size bow now. I'll trim off the excess. What a cutie. All right, this guy's got to get turned over, and we're going to go back to our little mini dimensionals and take the halves again. And I'm going to put half here, half here, and it's going to span across where the dimensionals are here. So that's where we'll grab a little dry adhesive and put just a bit of dry adhesive in the center. You can use your snail here. Now it's going to be supported across the center and on both ends, and all at the same level, because we bumped up this little birdie. Winnie says, love all your tips. Thank you. I don't always think of it as like I've got something to teach, but then when I start talking, I realize I've got a lot of experience crafting, and those things come out when I show you. So I'm glad that you enjoy them. All right, now my little flower bit is going to need a tiny bit of dimensional, and I'm going to put it right here. Do you see where the circle meets the label? And I'm going to lift off and then peeled off the backing. I'm going to take my flower and just put some multi-purpose liquid glue on half. And we'll tuck that in next to the bow and adhere it down. All right, come here, you. There, we did it. There's our little Easter blessings. Stackable crayons. Here's So Saffron. Here's Highland Heather. Look at this one. This one's the balmy blue with yellow background. I want to make sure I had ones that were cute for little boy Easter baskets. Here's Mint Macaron. Oh my goodness, I love all the hearts. You guys are so good. Thank you. Very encouraging. All right, so they're there. Wait, I don't have a powder pink one or a blushing bride one for you. Here is a blushing bride one. There they are. You guys, if you're looking for the crayons, I'll have the link posted above this in the description of this video. It's already in the description of the going live picture that was right before that, posted this morning. And all the project sheet and the rendered video or the edited video will be available later today. Vicki says, cute projects, thanks for sharing. My pleasure. All right, you guys, I'm gonna head out for the afternoon, get ready for this craft fair, finish this blog post. Thanks for hanging with me. Barbara says you must stay very busy with all those craft shows. They keep me out of trouble, Barbara. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next Friday.